Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Miss Lori, and thanks for having me back into your home today. I hope you've been enjoying our time together. The lessons and the activities. You know, we've learned a lot together. Remember when we talked about staying clean and healthy? Remember there are doctors and community health workers that help us take care of our bodies. And we get to take care of our neighbors by taking very special precaution. Another way we can take care of our bodies is by what we eat. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Food! Yay! Yummy, yummy food! What's your favorite food? Can you guess what mine is? My favorite food is pizza. But what happens when we don't have enough to eat? Did you know that there are kids just like you who don't have enough to eat? Today, we're going to get to know a little bit more about why what we eat is so important and what hunger is like around the world. Yeah, hunger. There are kids like you that are hungry right now. I know. It doesn't feel good to be hungry, does it? Well, we're going to start our lesson with another look with our friend Marie. Remember, she lives in the Congo. And she has a very different experience with food.
Every day is a struggle to find food. You love fufu, a kind of bread that's made from cassava flour and cornmeal. It's your favorite thing to eat, but you usually don't have money to buy flour, so you have to eat boiled potato leaves. It's all you have. The recipe is simple. Just leaves and water. You and your siblings pick the leaves from the garden. You boil water over a small fire. Chop up the leaves and pour them in. Then stir the pot and wait for the leaves to get soft. It's not much, and on a good day, it wouldn't be something you're excited to eat. But most days you're so hungry that you don't mind the taste. Today, you're lucky. A neighbor sends a few drops of oil that will help add a little flavor to the meal. Your grandfather sends over a bit of fufu. It's been a long time since you've had it, and you and your siblings are excited to share the bits of dough. One time, you went 3 days eating just potato leaves. You endured the hunger, but you don't ever want to do that again. Recently, World Vision started a feeding program in your village. You go there with the other kids and get bowls of porridge made of soy, maize, peanuts, and sugar. It's delicious, so much better than the potato leaves. And the workers there tell you it has good nutrients to help you grow strong. been a long time since you had a full stomach, but today, at least you have enough to get by.
Hi, my name is Liz Botts, and I'm thrilled to be your teacher today. For about 8 years, I've had the joy of connecting people like you with experiences at World Vision. I treasure every chance I get to talk with young people. You are the future. You just saw Marie's story about food. Can you imagine eating boiled potato leaves? I bet you think that doesn't sound very good. Marie wasn't too excited about it either. But when it's the only food available, it's the food that she and her family eats. Today we're going to talk about Marie and other kids in the world who are hungry. I'll share with you how some people in the world don't have enough to eat, while other people have more food than they need. And finally, I'll let you know what you can do to help. Kids can make a difference. Okay, when we talk about hunger in the world, it's a story that plays out locally here in the US in our community. Families near you sometimes need help getting good food when times are tough. But it plays out a much different way with our global neighbors like Marie. Have you ever been so hungry that your stomach grumbles and the noise is so loud that your friend maybe hears it? Have you ever eaten the same thing 3 days in a row? 4 days in a row? 5? Or only had one meal a day? If you hadn't experienced these things, what do you think being really hungry would feel like? Not many of us here in the US have had to face that. For me, when I'm hungry, I get really tired and a little bit cranky. Our bodies that God made aren't meant to go without food. We need energy. It's not fun for anyone to be hungry. And kids like Marie just don't have enough food to eat. Where in the world is all the food? Rich nations like ours, the United States, have a lot of food. Overall, though, we still have hunger here. But hunger is an even bigger problem when you look at the rest of the world. Imagine if you and 10 friends represent all the people of the earth. One of them would be hungry all the time. They wouldn't be getting enough food to eat. That's what's happened with Marie. And then if you look at the same group of 10 friends, another 3 friends would have so much food that they throw extra food away. They just have too much. Doesn't that seem wrong, that some kids can be so hungry it hurts? And other kids have so much that the food goes to waste? Let's talk about why this happens. Why do some people not have enough food and others have much more than they need? It's actually kind of complicated. There are a lot of reasons why we have more food at home that have to do with how we buy and sell things. Our nation is pretty wealthy, so we can buy foods from other places, like bananas. We have so much money and food overall that we waste some of it. But places like the Congo, where Marie lives, don't have as much wealth, not as much money. So many families only eat what they can grow. But that's complicated too. How do you even grow food? Do you know? What do you need in order to grow lots and lots of food? Seeds, tools, land to grow it on. Let's see, what else? Water. You probably need to know just the right way to plant and to know when to plant. But here's the problem. A lot of people don't have those things. Many people have no education. They have no seeds or tools, no reliable source of water. And what happens if they grow something and a disaster destroys the crop like a big storm? Many things can go wrong and families keep struggling. They need a way beyond the way they're living now. Here's the good news. Families like yours help families like Marie's with all those things. Whenever you sponsor a child, you're helping World Vision act on your behalf in Marie's community and in thousands of other communities. We help people get clean water so they can grow their plants. We help families get the seeds they need so they can grow the right food in their areas. we teach people how to grow food more effectively long term. And right away, we help families get food if they're hungry, like Marie. And when bad things happen, like a drought or a hurricane, we go in and help with that too. We want people to be able to have plenty to eat on their own without our help. So we're getting to the part of our talk where I'll tell you what you can do. When you support an organization like World Vision, imagine that you're there working in communities, helping people grow food. We couldn't do this without you, after all. Sponsoring a child means a lot. With support from people like you, you can equip World Vision team members to help Marie and kids like her every day. We are there, and we personally know Marie and millions of other kids. We care about their futures. While you might not be able to be there personally to help Marie, we're there, acting on your behalf, helping your sponsored children and their community. This kind of help really lasts. Beyond helping globally, what else can you do? You can help people globally, and you can help people locally, here in the US, right in your own community. You can do both global and local. You don't have to choose one or the other. That's the awesome thing about God's love and helping other people. God is big. We can pray for people and help people near and far. Jesus came to love everyone, and he told us to love him, love our neighbors. And in our community, I bet there are families right now who need food. About 1 in 5 families here in the US experience food insecurity. They run out of money and food in any given month. That means kids who live near you are having some grumbly stomachs. World Vision works in the US as well as in nearly 100 countries around the world. And as I speak to you now, we are helping hungry folks here in the US with family emergency kits. In addition to some essential supplies like school supplies, these family emergency kits include food. We've helped deliver more than 250,000 meals so far because people like you wanted to help. How else can you help? You can also donate money or food to your local food bank, as many are short on food right now. And you can do something very personal. You can check in on your family members and your neighbors too, especially older ones. Do they have enough food? Jesus says that we are to love people like he loves people. So let's be Jesus out there for our neighbors. We get something out of it too. We get a sense of happiness, that warm joy. This is the kind of thing God loves. We are praying for you. So keep praying for your neighbors nearby and neighbors far away. And don't forget Marie. We believe that she can have an awesome future ahead of her, and we can help her get there. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Bye, my friends. I'm going to turn it over to Lori.
Wasn't that great? We can help others have enough to eat. Wouldn't it be wonderful to live in a world where no kid goes to bed hungry? Well, that's our goal. Now for our activity. It has 2 parts. The first is to remind you about hunger in your own life. So, for the next 24 hours, I challenge you to go without snacks. You heard me, no snacks. Not lunch, not dinner, or any of your meals, just your snacks. Do you think you can do it? Well, I challenge you to do so. And every time you want a snack, would you do me a favor and say a prayer? Pray for Marie and other kids around the world who are not getting enough to eat tonight. Now the second activity. It's all about helping your neighbors. Do you have any older neighbors or neighbors who may not be able to get out of the house so easily right now? Our activity is to work with your parents to create a care package of food for them. Give them what they need for one day. And make sure you pack something for every meal. You can include snacks too. And then write them a nice note and leave it on their doorstep. If you can't think of a neighbor, check with your local food bank. You might be able to drop it off there. Well, that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm praying for you, and we'll see you next week.